This is how to change page size and in Google Docs and Google Slides because they are two programs that I use regularly for school, and I often find that if I go to a new Google Doc, the default is letter, which in New Zealand we don't use. So to change a page size, you just go into File, Page Setup. Um, I've set mine to default of A4, so it always comes there, but often it comes to letter, which is or slightly different than an A4. Doesn't make a huge difference. Big thing I often do is change the margin size to 1, and that gives me a lot more area on the page, but it's still printable. I'll show you. So I've shown you that now this Google Doc I've made landscape A4 portrait. So landscape A4. Now, why I prefer doing things on Google Slides is because here's my Google slide with the same thing. This time, instead of standard, you normally get standard widescreen and widescreen. You click on custom and then you enter the size of the page. I use centimeters because that's what I measure them in, and an A4 on its size is 29.7 centimeters by 21. If you can't remember, I've got all the sizes on the second slide here, which I'll put on my blog. What I like about this is you can move text boxes around. So for instance, I actually in my Google Doc I wanted to make this label that I'm doing a bit more interesting, but I couldn't do much more with the text. Yet in Google Slides I've got my text box. I'm going to copy and paste it, select all the text, make it black, send it to the back, and I will just adjust it position wise, and voila, I've got a nice little shadow. Um, Another example of why I like to use A4 pages on Google Slides is you can print them out. You can, if they're A4 sizes, here's my class letter. You can create little blocks and images and you can move them around, so you have a lot more control than you do in Word, which you'd have to do in a table form, and you wouldn't be able to do overlapping documents. I often do teacher modeling books in Google Slides, and I also do which I like to be able to print out on A4, and I also do, there's an example of one, and also student workbooks which can be digital or printed. So I find it's very helpful to know how to change page size both in Google Docs, but particularly in Google Slides, and I suggest you use that a lot more because Slides is very versatile. Thank you.